What is happening, AJ Gaming Dude here, and let me ask you a question. Has YouTube been slow for you? Because you're not the only one. I know for a fact that I've also had YouTube slow down on me significantly, and that's because I use Adblock. So, because the thing is that if you ever go on the internet without an ad block, you are going to be inundated with 6 to 7 ads per page, and that's me sort of lowballing the guess on how many ads could end up showing up on your web browser. There's so many of them that it just kind of becomes worthless to even browse the internet. And so to block YouTube ads, obviously we all use Adblock. Google has actually been on the warpath against ad blocks because they really hate them, and Google says that they weren't the ones who slowed down YouTube, despite, and I'm using this article from Android Authority just to kind of give you an idea, because there's like a very funny yet somewhat ironic statement that kind of makes Google look real bad, and that's this one down here, which was give us a second. Yes, here we go. So Google has confirmed the latest slowdowns people are experiencing on YouTube aren't linked to the war against ad blockers, and this is the clicker. Even though it previously admitted to throttling performance for those who use ad blockers. If you have a history of ruining people's experiences while they're using Adblock, why on earth would they not blame you for the problem? Ultimately, what it came down to was Adblock and Adblock Plus updating their Adblock to allow for this. Now, I haven't actually tested this out myself because I don't remember if my if the Chrome browser that I use actually uses Adblock, because some web browsers do have built-in ad blocker. In fact, I don't know if... Yeah, so some just have built-in ad blockers, and so it's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's actually just Adblock and Adblock Plus, or it's other ad blockers as well, especially ones that are built into browsers, like for example, the one built into Opera GX, for example. So that was just something to kind of like think about, because that can't just be the only ad block that's used. I'm pretty sure there are other ones out there that people do use, but it just so happens that Adblock and Adblock Plus are the most popular ad blockers that are currently available on the Chrome web store and things like that. Though in saying that, like, if Google wanted to, they could remove that from the Chrome store completely, and then it would have to be like a completely separate download that is made by people just sort of further down the line. They make their own website and then they just kind of allow for a free download from there. But yeah, it's unusual because it absolutely tanked the performance of my web browser completely, because I'm using a crappy laptop to watch YouTube on, that's like sort of on in the background while I'm playing whatever game it is that I'm playing, normally when I'm grinding through something, for example. So that really doesn't help matters. But yeah, so if you've ever been wondering why YouTube might be a bit slower, it may be due to Adblock, it may be due to Google, but there's something, it may be due to either side, but there's something very wrong when the two seem to intersect, and that's kind of where the friction is with the actual performance of YouTube, the browser, and quite possibly any other app that you may or may not be running at the same time. So just a little something to sort of keep in mind. But with all that said and done, let me know what you guys think about Google's war on ad blockers, and also like this whole thing that's been happening with Adblock Plus. While they have updated to kind of fix things, I've yet to test it out myself, so hopefully, you know, it does work a bit better. But if it is working better for you, if you're using Adblock or Adblock Plus, please again mention that in the comments below. But with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.